we waiting for Enrique?
No, we're waiting for Enrique. We don't know when he's, it's going to sound a little racialistic here, but, the Latinos, they're always late. We have no idea how long Enrique said. He said to go ahead and start, and I sent him the invite. He'll hop on when he can. I know his roommate, he told us earlier, we're back on the Zoom here. See, the last time we were all together, back on the Zoom because Enrique's roommate, which is actually where we film, might have that Rona. So
is it his roommate, or I thought it was a dude that he worked with?
I think it's one and the same. I think they live together now. Like, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think they're roommates and work together.
I mean, if he's got it, he's definitely got it.
I thought he was talking about the kid Kyle that worked at Weatherby. I don't think he lives with that kid.
Nah, but he did say his roommate first, though. Because he didn't say it was like somebody that passed through or whichever. Because remember, they're not going to the office right now. Everybody's split up right now. So they're all at home.
Yeah.
But they may have just maybe another dude named Kyle. Because he did say it was his roommate. So, shouts to Enrique's roommate. I hope it comes back negative and you just got a bad cold or something. Nobody needs to have that Rona. So, but how you boys doing? I just got back from Georgia at a few days. No one was wearing a mask in Georgia, which is why this coronavirus keeps spreading.
That's so crazy.
Nobody was washing their hands. They had to do the Purell stands, whatever. Yeah, unused, all full.
Now they're saying the hand sanitizer is toxic. That's the new thing.
That's the new thing.
Can they just figure something out? Just figure out one fucking thing and tell us what it is.
Seriously, and then stick to whatever you want to say on this one. Yeah. I also read today they got a vaccine that they're trying out. They got some trials running in Africa.
Oh, here comes the conspiracy theories.
Here comes the conspiracy theories. The chips are getting implanted. They're gonna know
it's a digital tracker they're putting inside you.
They gotta know your thoughts. They're gonna know your wants, your needs.
Oh God.
Yeah, the conspiracy theories are. Look at Saich down there. I can see the conspiracy theories rolling around in your eyes right now.
He don't care.
You just want baseball back,
He's
right?
like, if I get it, I get it. He don't care.
Yeah, we just want baseball back because that'd be the first sport back. 60 days, 60 games in baseball. That's
Did
the
you
sprint.
see a bunch of dudes on the Twins fucking tested positive today?
They
might not even make it to baseball season.
That's not good.
We were talking today. I was saying, like, baseball is going to be the litmus test is, like, if a bunch of teams bail out because dudes are testing positive left and right, then we're fucked. All sports are gone. They might not even make it to the season.
Great word, litmus. The basketball guys keep coming up with it now, too. There was another one today, and I was just grabbing my phone to check. Then I sent it to my nephew earlier today. Another one of the NBA guys. No. Well, I can't find it right now. But I know another one of the NBA guys just got it. And Avery Bradley, Buddy Hield. That's who it is. Buddy Hield.
Are you wearing
what's up?
Are you wearing a golf hat?
Because I got it red. So fuck you.
I want to say, when was the last time you fucking golfed?
when we went out with B Long, and he
was
like a fort.
When's the last time you played? When's the last time you played for Notre Dame? And when's the last time that Getz, went up to bat for the Phillies? It's a hat. In fact, I think one of you bastards gave me this hat.
I got that for you. I just said it.
Exactly. Yeah, and Getz, you sound mad low, man. And you were making a point in my favor. I want to make sure you're heard. You sounded mad low. I don't know, spin around the mic or whichever. But you sounded mad low.
Can you hear me? Check. Mic, check.
You got a little higher there, but you're lower than normal. I can hear Saich fine, which is not a good thing.
This is all I got, man. It's just the phone.
Yeah, that's a little better. But someone was blocking it or something before. But, man, we stop hating on my Falcon Colors TaylorMade hat, yo.
The hat is dope.
Yo, real talk, man. The snapback. It's the trucker hat. Look at that. It's all dang right there, yo.
I'm not saying it's not a nice hat, but damn, when's the last time you golfed?
Well, first off, we shouldn't have been golfing for the last 4 months because there's a global pandemic. So the last 4 months, I'm off the hook. I really haven't gone golfing like 2 years.
The course is open.
You can social distance and golf.
O.J. Simpson wants the golf courses open.
No, the courses are open. You can play.
Yeah,
Jacaranda's open. They're all open.
Really?
Just, the times are spaced out so that foursome you won't run into the person in front of you.
So my shoulder's still jacked. I can't play.
Snowbirds that come down can't hit up on you. Like they do that.
Exactly.
On adventure.
Not paying attention, run right up on you. We're not in snowbird season quite yet. It's still good weather for them up there. But I think they have less Rona in Canada than we have down here. But
I heard
golf courses are definitely open. Baseball, though, is supposed to be opening soon. With a 60-game season, I mean, it's a toss-up. We don't know who's good until 60 games anyway. So this would be a fast break. You're gonna get a weird season, a weird team.
It's better for the Phillies. We can go with a 4-man rotation.
Mike Trout's going to hit 400.
Yeah, you get somebody hot, and they're gonna hit like 400. That's hilarious. The
Get
cat
that
just walked
fucking cat
across
out
the
of here.
computer and turn. The cat knows how to work the camera better than Saich does. The cat walked across the computer.
Cat rolled up and shut off the fucking camera.
Shut off the thing. Was like, yo, that's enough for you, son. You need to beat that thing right now. Let it know who's boss. I'm joking,
Broke
Peter.
my favorite coffee cup.
Yo, it's a destructive cat?
Oh, they're all on.
They just like to push shit off fucking tables and counters and shit.
Because cats are assholes. I watched a nice video this morning where a Labrador retriever saved a golden retriever from drowning by grabbing a stick and pulling him out of the water. The cat would have stared him down as he drowned.
No,
yeah, the cat would have pushed him back in.
Did you see the video of the cat that saved that little Chinese baby that was about to fall down the stairs?
The one cat in the history. And listen, you said it was a Chinese baby. That cat felt close to that child because he knew that that child could have eaten that cat, and he didn't do it.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
It's a CGI. It was actually like a greyhound. It wasn't even a cat.
Unless I was there, I don't believe it.
Yeah, cats are straight assholes, absolute assholes. But I don't even know what to even think about sports right now because I honestly don't think we're gonna have anything before like December.
I think the NBA is gonna have a rough time, man. Because in baseball, if one guy gets sick, you've got minor leaguers you could pull up or somebody else. But if a star gets sick in the NBA, you're hit. Your season's done.
Yeah, if a star gets sick, you're done. Your team's absolutely 100% done.
If LeBron gets sick, like they're done. Like there's no way they can win.
See, I think baseball is the only sport that possibly could make it. Because, like we were talking today, dude, like football, you're constantly touching people, sweating on people. No homo, but like you're sweating on people. You're touching. You can't wear a mask. Like baseball, you're pretty much socially distanced the whole time. Nobody's really near each other.
Yeah,
the catcher and the guy hitting. That's it.
Somebody put a joke, like, helmet out on Twitter. It was a picture. It looked like a space helmet where the whole thing was enclosed, where, you'd have like a ventilator in the front. It's not really realistic. And football, there's just too much rubbing up against each other.
There's too much contact. There's too much sweat.
Popping in the game here.
Is it going to be upside down? That's the question.
Let's check it out right now. Saich was consistent and took a while to get his camera working. Let's see if Enrique comes in. Oh, no, he's right side up. He's right side up. My man's been watching YouTube videos to learn how to use the Zoom. We're talking about sports and the Rona, which is basically all we have to talk about with sports and the Rona. So, basketball and football, there's just way too much physical contact. You can play tennis. Rona's not going to, be an issue.
Nobody watches tennis. Nobody cares.
I mean, maybe here, but in England, Wimbledon's supposed to be coming up. That's a big deal over there. Now they won't have anybody in the stands, but you can, referee and two tennis players. You should be able to play a tennis match. But team sports, no.
Great. You almost want your athletes to get the coronavirus now, so they don't get it later.
They're not even sure if you can get it more than once. You can get the flu more than once and all that.
It has happened a couple of cases, but
plus there's different strains. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The only way to do it is they would have to literally stay fully quarantined. It would have to be like the Truman Show, where they're just not leaving at all. They're in that bubble the whole time. And we know these dudes gonna be flying in hose. They're gonna be sneaking out at night. There's no way that they keep that bubble sacred just to be in there.
To do the right thing.
What's the original question though?
Can sports even go on? And I don't know why. It might be just me on this side. Can sports actually go on with the Rona actually coming up? I'm skeptical if we're going to have starts or not.
Not anytime soon.
I think it depends on who you talk to. At least from the NFL perspective, we were talking about it earlier. I don't think the owners care. They're going to start week 1 when it's scheduled. I know we referenced the Hall of Fame game today, but I actually found out the Hall of Fame game was canceled by the Hall of Fame, not by the NFL. So if it was still the NFL, they would have had that game at the same time.
Yo, Reed, kill that fan, man. You got crazy background noise. It sounds like you're in a wind tunnel.
You see, like those guys all those college players that got the coronavirus, you know how they got it? It wasn't from practicing. It was because they all went out to bars and got drunk, and that's how they caught it.
How do you know this?
I mean, they weren't drunk
Were you
field.
there?
Dude,
Were you with
it was
them?
Clemson. Think about it. You're a college kid. You come back. You go to Clemson.
They're underage drinkers, Chris H.
Yeah, I was.
Are you
one of
saying
them.
that
You waited till you were 21 to drink.
You saying because they were drunk, you could feel what they were doing? Like you can feel all drunk
What I'm
people?
saying is that
He might have a gift.
You really can't trust them to do the right thing.
You're like the Professor X of drunk people. Like you put on you put on one of those helmets with the 2 beer cans on each side, and you can feel all the drunk people around you and what they're doing.
Every drunk person in the universe. Some fucking wino in like Russia stumbling around the back alley.
We just learned that Saich is cosmically connected to all drunk people while they're drunk in the world. He's the Professor X. We have to do a drunk X-Men for you now. I don't know what Cyclops would be like vodka bottles now.
We need somebody who does like animation, man, for real. We need somebody on this team.
Yeah, real talk on that. So anyone listening out there, if you do animation, hit us up on the Instagram, hit us up on the YouTube. Also like and subscribe to the page. I forget to say that every single show, so I'm gonna try to.
We can get you food at Fuzzy's Taco Shop.
Exactly, yes, and I'll even make you food. Just go ahead and hit like and subscribe on the bottom there. But just to bring you back in, Rick, we were just talking about how we're really skeptical on if sports are actually going to start. And when I say sports, like the top 4 sports, hockey's real hard to play. When you can't.
Shut the fuck up.
What I'm saying is I'm including hockey in there. I'm saying hockey, basketball, football, and baseball because NASCAR is not a real sport.
Yeah,
I thought you were
going
going to give your usual
MLS.
hockey dismissal.
No, hockey's a sport. Hockey's 100% a sport. I just don't find it entertaining.
Get MLS.
You can't do soccer. Well, I mean, they're doing soccer in Europe right now.
Yeah, Premier League is playing.
Yeah, so is the Spanish.
Do a
league.
6 scored again.
Yeah, so I think it's going to happen because most of these owners, they're up about their bottom line, so nothing's going to really stop them. And then and obviously you have the NFL with, like I said, them not caring. But then in the NBA, you have the other factor of if the season doesn't happen, the owners could rip apart the CBA and start a brand new one, and they've all talked about having a hard cap. So the players are going to be the ones that are going to lose a lot. So are the players going to risk not having this season to lose a lot more money for that? All these projected salaries.
I got news for you. They're going to do that anyway. They're going to have a lockout anyway.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
And that's kind of what you just said. There was kind of the reason that Kyrie was talking about, let's go ahead and do our own league.
Right.
I don't think
That's not
feasible.
smart.
That would never,
smart.
ever happen.
Absolutely
Never,
not. It's been
They're
tried.
going against
the only one that
billionaires.
came close was the ABA, and that
The
only lasted.
ABA was rocking. They had Dr. J, and they still couldn't make it happen.
And that was only when the NBA only had I think it was 19 or 20 teams. So it's a completely different time. That's not a feasible thing now. But now they'll come to an agreement because them not playing is going to affect everybody's money. But one person gets sick, and it's going to shut shit down again. That's the only problem.
I just know you better have a good third string quarterback in the NFL this year.
I mean, we should sign Kaepernick. He'd be our third string.
It wouldn't shock me if something happens.
I think the Eagles are on it. I think the Eagles are in talks with Kaepernick.
Did they bring him in? I mean, you got a history of doing that. You did it with Vic.
That's honestly a smart organization would do that. You got to prepare.
That's why they drafted Jalen Hurts, man. It's for all these fucking trick play bullshit.
Hold on, but listen,
Jackson shit.
A smart organization would have obviously the quarterback and the backup working together, but then have a third quarterback completely off-site through Zoom meetings, learning the playbook, but being away from them because if one has it, the other one's probably going to get it too.
And they got to get tested.
So the good teams are going to be on top of that.
Which means Eagles the Cowboys will only have 2 quarterbacks.
The Eagles have been doing off-season installation through Zoom meetings for months.
Yeah, Falcons too. They started with the rookies.
Cowboys still trying to sign Dak.
Speaking of Cowboys, just let Dak walk at this point.
I wish.
I mean, he's getting, what is it, 30? Is it 31 or 35 million he's getting this year?
One right now.
$31 million. He's not a top 10 quarterback.
Did he sign the franchise shit yet?
Yeah. He did the transition tag or whatever.
He did sign it.
So stuck on this 5-year deal. Why do you want Dak for 5 years?
Yeah.
Give him the 4. I mean, let's go. Like this is.
Give him nothing. Let Dalton play. Get him the fuck out of there.
No, real talk. He's not markedly better than Dalton, if at all.
They could draft somebody better than Dak next year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a little more mobile. That's about it.
I agree.
And that's only because of age. Dalton was pretty mobile when he was young.
And when you have Dalton in there, I think the play call will go back to featuring Zeke like it did a few years ago when you guys won 10-plus games. You guys are going to actually start feeding Zeke again. And that makes you guys dangerous because that also makes your defense better.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's what's going on. That's what's going unsaid, I think, about the offense. When the offense was good, they just scored so fast that the defense was always gas.
Well, it was because they had Romo. That's why they scored.
No, I'm talking about last year. I'm talking about
Let
last
me
year.
tell you,
No, but last year.
if Romo had CeeDee Lamb,
Oh my
and
God!
Amari Cooper,
Oh,
Yo.
dude, he'd be good.
Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
and whoever is playing tight end, it's like I know that Witten left. You know, let me
Is
just
Witten gone? Will Witten sign with the Bucks?
Darwin, yeah.
Where's Witten?
Witten left.
He's signed with
With the
Oakland.
Bucks.
He signed with the Raiders.
Gronkowski.
Yeah, he's
It's
signed
not
with
Oakland anymore. Sage.
The Raiders are in
Oh,
Vegas,
that's right,
my
it's
friend.
Vegas.
Yeah, it's in Vegas.
Vegas
Yeah,
now.
Witten's gone.
Vegas, baby.
What does he owe money to people? Like, why does he keep playing? He's played
He
a
realized
long
he was a terrible broadcaster. That's what
He
happened.
Well, I see that, but
Yeah.
he still
All
needs
his boys
income.
were like, "Yo, you got to get off Monday Night Football because you're horrible." There's
He
memes
made
about you.
Booger McFarland look good. That's how
Yeah.
bad Witten was. Witten was so terrible. He got Booger McFarland the full-time gig, and Booger McFarland's terrible.
Listen, man, I don't
See,
blame
but on the
anybody.
flip side, though, I think Tony Romo's already a Hall of Fame broadcaster. No joke. I think he's phenomenal.
Thank you for saying broadcaster.
Yeah,
He was
I was
already
wondering
a
where you
Hall
were
of Fame
going.
broadcaster.
Woo, boy, I got a little nervous
Broadcaster.
there for a second. I was like, huh. I mean,
Broadcaster.
he's in the Iowa Barnstormers Ring of
No.
Honor, and the Northern Illinois or Northern Iowa? That he
Illinois.
is Northern Illinois. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in their Ring of Honor. As far as the Cowboys or anything NFL related, he's a good broadcaster.
No, but he's a very good broadcaster, not just.
No, he's a good broadcaster. I'm not hating on his broadcasting skills. He is
Yeah.
much better than Witten.
Is he great
Daryl
though?
Johnson
Is he great
and all
though?
of the
I mean,
other,
he predicts offensive plays every once in a while, but he's in offensive meetings with the guys all week. Like I've seen Joel predict the Tony Romo interception before the
many
play even
times
happened.
I did one
But I
to
didn't
Beavis,
say he
actually,
was
to
great
be
because-
exact here. But
He's not great because he predicts plays. Obviously,
I think
anybody
you say
can
he's
do
going
it.
to throw an interception on every play. Eventually, it's going to happen.
With Romo, yes, it does.
Well, I mean, he did it. He did
That's not
that a lot.
predicting shit, saying, "Oh, here goes Romo. He's going to throw a pick," and then you're right once out of the fucking 70 times that you said it.
He just,
That's not
listen,
It was pretty precise.
No, it wasn't because we all looked up.
It
the
was.
stats. You
He
guys
was like,
act
"Yo,
like
here
you
we
threw
go. This
40
is where
picks
Romo
a
throws
year.
the pick." And boom,
You guys
next
act
play,
like you
bang.
threw 40 picks a year. There's not one year I bet Romo never led the league in interceptions.
keep that smoke
Wow.
right there for you, right?
Hey,
I gotta
That's
grab
the
some.
most-
Talk about
That's the most
Romo.
negative talk
Is that-
Chris has ever said about Romo.
Yo, we're gonna
you
take a
guys
quick break right now. Be back in this
Act
second.
like he
Right
threw
back.
an interception every time he threw the ball.
Be right back. I like to get that video going right away. See how long it takes Saich to get his screen on.
Shut up.
Oh, you had it up for a second and it went. You lost it.
What? It just went. There we go.
All right, everybody's getting in here now. Saich will figure out how to get his camera right the same day they figure out the Rona. So
Don't check no fin
we're on the same timetable. Yo, you're on the Saich tip right now. I guess we can't see
You
you.
had the first one on. What the hell are you talking about?
What the fuck is going on here?
There
Sick
you
of
go.
this shit.
We left on Tony Romo. You were saying
What
Tony
type of shit
Romo-
is this?
Tony Romo never led the league in interceptions ever. Is that what the last statement you said?
Yes.
No, he said Tony Romo led the league in interceptions every year.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
According to
Run
you
the
guys,
tape.
yes, he did.
Run the tape.
I mean, technically, he didn't lead the league in total interceptions. It was just back-breaking interceptions he led the league in.
Because
Oh,
he.
funny you should say backbreaking and Tony Romo in the same sentence,
Yo,
Joe.
you thought that wasn't on purpose?
Let me tell you something.
Ah!
Let me tell you something.
Here we go. Here
Let me
we
tell you-
go.
That one game against Denver when he played against Peyton Manning. Was it Peyton Manning when it was on Denver?
Yes.
Yo, they were way better than Dallas was. Like double, like they were like far and away better than Dallas was.
You're saying he didn't
The
have
only
CeeDee
person
Lamb?
that kept him in that game was Tony Romo. and he threw 5 touchdowns in that game, and 1 pick, and it happened to be at the end. But they wouldn't even have been in that game if it wasn't for Tony Romo.
That's the
I
most
highly doubt it
heartbreaking
was
part
only
of
one
it.
pick.
They
That's
had
the most
no
heartbreaking. He
chance.
he would be nasty for 3 quarters, and then when they needed him to
Dude,
pull
he
something
had
out,
he had a lot of comeback wins.
No, that's not what would happen. He would he would throw picks and fumble balls, and that's why they would be behind and have to fucking throw the ball like a maniac in the fourth
That's just
quarter.
because they had a center that would snap the ball over his head every fucking time.
Here we go. All these fucking excuses.
always an excuse for Romo.
I just love Getz's logic.
No, because it's totally wrong.
That's what would happen. I would watch all the games. I watched every game Tony Romo ever played.
Romo.
I watched when Bledsoe got hurt and Tony Romo came in for the first time, and Saich was sitting next to me saying, "Put Bledsoe back in the game."
He did love Bledsoe.
Yo,
I was there for
Bledsoe's a
every
great
minute of
quarterback.
Tony Romo's career.
Bledsoe's a great quarterback.
First of all, Tony Romo kept Dallas in more games than any other Dallas quarterback.
But he hasn't won Super Bowls like a lot of other Dallas quarterbacks.
No, he would have if the Dez catch would
Or even
Oh,
Dez caught it.
The Dez
Dez caught it.
Come on, son.
You want to talk about clutch? Hold on. You want to talk about clutch? Let me tell you clutch. 4th and 12. Tony Romo calls a play. Dez on a streak. 4th and 12. Throws a perfect ball to Dez, which he catches. That's clutch.
You know who caught the ball? Freddie Mitchell caught the ball.
Yeah, bitch, Freddie Mitchell.
Freddie
Fred
Mitchell
X.
made
I
the
wish
play.
you could see me doing the Fred X.
Fred
Yeah,
X.
You guys have to deflect because you know I'm right.
I want to thank my hands for being so good.
You have to deflect because you know I'm right. That was a gutsy ass call.
We know you're right.
Play.
We know you're right that Dez didn't catch
that
the
play.
ball.
Now,
That
even if he
ball
caught
was
it,
caught. Even the NFL came out and said that was a catch.
The refs looked at it for an eternity and said it was not a catch.
Doesn't the refs are always right? What the hell are you talking about?
no, what I'm saying is, let's say they give him the catch.
Hold on. Let's get real. Saich,
He went
who's
into
better?
Green Bay.
Who's better,
beat
Tony
Green
Romo
Bay.
or Dan Marino? Who's better?
I'll take Tony Romo all
But-
day.
Sage,
Oh, man, we were with you, dude.
Sage.
Why do you have to lose your credit?
Wait, hold on. This is also
Okay,
this is important. This is important to note here. If Dez catches the ball, Aaron Rodgers still has so much time to
It's
score.
like 3
there's so
minutes
much
left in the
time.
game, dude.
There was only like a minute 30 left.
No, it was way more time.
No,
and
I
he
know
had
it wasn't.
2 timeouts. So a minute 30 with 2 timeouts. If I
I mean,
recall, it was
okay,
2
so now you're
timeouts.
just speculating that.
All they did was if they had given Dez the catch, all they would have done was delayed your misery.
Telling me that that's not a clutch play? Just tell
But
me
you're
that that's not a clutch
speculating
play.
that Dez.
Marion Barber is not punching that ball in, though.
Tell me that's not a clutch.
They would have been at like the 4.
No, it was a good play.
And
It
that's
was
the
a
thing,
clutch play,
too.
but he
They
didn't
would
catch
have
the
been on the
ball.
4. They would have been on the 4, and they could have ate up some clock.
But Marion Barber would not get that ball in the end zone. You know
That's
this.
One thing
Or
Marion Barber could do was run a yard or 2. That was his bread and butter.
Wasn't Julius Jones was in at the time, though. They would have had to hurry up.
No,
You guys,
Marion Barber right from the foot. You guys just don't
Saich.
want to admit it.
Saich, who's better,
No facts.
Tony Romo
facts.
or Tom Brady? Who's better?
You're telling me
Come on.
no,
Come on.
good as a Cowboy
Come on.
quarterback?
Sage, I'm
I
going to give
know.
you guys.
I'm asking you.
I
There
know
are
that you think Tony
differences.
Romo is better than
Okay,
Tom Brady.
there's
We've
certain
had this argument.
Okay, so John Elway would have been good anywhere he went. Would Tom Brady have been good anywhere he went?
We're about
No,
to
I
find
think he
out.
still would have been a Pro Bowler.
No, I said this today. I said this
don't think
earlier
so.
today,
I
actually.
think if he gets drafted by Cleveland, he's pretty much Brady Quinn.
So what's Brady doing this year?
But nobody's
If they
saving
play.
Cleveland.
That team is stacked. The team will be good.
Mahomes would be Brady Quinn if he gets drafted by Cleveland. No
Well,
one will be Cleveland.
supposedly Odell Beckham is back to full speed, so Baker Mayfield should be firing on all cylinders.
I think Baker's going to have a good year. I think I said this last time.
So
You did.
Yo, Baker Mayfield is the new Romo. That's what it is right now. You don't love Dak.
Nah, don't disrespect Romo like that.
No, I'm not saying.
Enrique likes Romo. Enrique
does
always
like Romo.
has.
But I'm talking.
Enrique wanted
about,
Romo to the Jets late in his career.
I'm talking about for Saich's.
Because I don't think he's compared to anybody the Jets have had. Romo's really good.
Well, that's
quarterback
not
love has
saying much.
shifted from
Yeah,
Tony
it's not
Romo
saying much.
to Baker Mayfield, meaning that you have the worst tasting quarterbacks ever.
Wait,
Baker, you're hitching your wagon to Baker
Baker's
Mayfield.
gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
a
a
good
bad
year.
idea.
I mean,
That's a bad idea.
I
Baker's
think Baker's
garbage.
going to have a good year. Doesn't mean I'm hitching my wagon to him. And
You
I
love
like
you
him.
for
I just
Mayfield.
think he's gonna have a
You
good
said
year.
you love Baker last time. I
You
feel
love-
like
I do. I mean, he's going to have a good year. Just because I think he's going to have a good year.
Yo,
He is.
say who's better, Tony Romo or Matt Stafford?
Come on, man. Well, that's easy. That's
Did I
easy.
already prove to
I
you?
gave you a
how good
layup,
Matt
yo.
Stafford
Which
was?
one's better?
Didn't I already prove to you? Actually, Enrique pulled up the stats. You guys keep just vomiting out the mouth about how bad these
If you
guys are.
think
when
Tony
they're not
Romo is
bad.
better than Dan Marino, he's definitely better than Matt Stafford.
I mean, no,
That's a layup for you. That question was a layup.
He is definitely better than Matt Stafford. But
Then what was the problem that I gave you a layup? I gave you one.
think is
for
good
your
and
guy.
bad is so ridiculous to me.
Absolutely not. All right, go ahead. Fire a quarterback off to me. I'll tell you if they're good or bad right now. Go ahead.
McNabb.
Oh, you going old school? McNabb went to 5 straight NFC championships. McNabb was
And
5!
why? Because of their defense.
Listen, man. There's
Oh,
two sides
get
to the
fuck
ball,
outta
dude.
here.
You want to pull up his stats? Pull up his stats and pull up Romo's stats.
Please do. Please do.
You
pull
know
up McNabb stats with the 1 year he had Terrell Owens, and then pull up fucking Romo stats with Terrell Owens. Please pull them up.
Pull him up.
I will put those on the Instagram page and put them
what
side
year?
by side.
What year was that? What year was that? Give me the year.
McNabb had TO like 2003.
McNabb had one good year.
5 NFC championship games.
No, because like 2 years later he had Dante Stallworth. TO was gone, and he almost won the fucking MVP.
Romo
So you said
Romo
2003.
win 5 playoff games? No.
So in 2003, the
Did Pro-
Eagles went 12-4.
Okay.
And McNabb threw for 3,216 yards, 16 touchdowns, 11.
That's not it. That's not it.
That was
Maybe the following
03.
year.
Romo's
Maybe the
never
following
had
year.
a
Try
single
04.
04. Okay, 04. 13-2. 3,800 yards, 31 TDs, 8 picks.
31 and 8.
Romo did that every year.
31 and 8. Now let's hear Romo's stats with TO because he had him
Wait.
for like 4 years.
What year?
31 and 8 is strong, and a trip to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So what year are we looking at for Romo?
Probably like
He's
the
doing
next
them all.
4 years after that.
He used to throw 30 touchdowns like it was nothing.
Oh yeah.
McNabb's
How many
best
did he
year.
throw in the playoffs, though?
So-
How many playoff wins does Tony Romo have total?
It's
2.
a team sport, buddy.
Is it 2? Does he have
So-
2 total playoff wins? 1?
Is it
Is
2?
it
I
1,
thought it was
Joel?
one.
No, he doesn't have one. He has more than one. He has 2.
Did he have TO in 07? Was TO there in 07?
Probably because he
Probably.
left the Eagles and went to the Cowboys.
So in 07, Romo had the Dallas went 13-3. Romo had 4,200 yards, 36 touchdowns, 19 picks.
Oh, 19 picks, not 8
All
picks.
of those in the fourth
Oh,
quarter.
I noticed how you didn't say more touchdowns than McNabb. You just cared about the picks.
So
But-
interceptions
but-
don't count? Interceptions don't matter for
Actually,
quarterbacks.
interceptions aren't as big as you guys think it is. It's-
Really? Turnovers are huge in football.
No, they're not.
Massive.
Playmaking,
Turnovers
ability
are
to make-
Turnovers are the
ability to
number
make
one
plays-
indicator of winning teams.
The ability to make
Number
plays
one.
is way more important than an interception.
Turnovers. Turnover
36
ratio.
touchdowns. Keep going, Enrique. He's probably got over 30 touchdowns. How many times?
Turnover ratio is the number one indicator for winning teams in the NFL.
Just because you're talking about the 1 year McNabb had, just because
No,
he
I'm
was
talking about every team ever. Turnover ratio.
game managers.
Yeah, you know what the games he managed were NFC
Call McNabb a
championships.
game manager.
That
because of
Tony
the
Romo
defense.
never went to.
Yeah, because I mean,
Dallas never had a defense like the Eagles did.
Oh no, because I thought you just went 13-3 that year, didn't you?
Yeah, we did because
Went 13-3 that year, but couldn't
because of
win a
our
fucking
offense.
playoff game.
because of our offense. And the reason why we lost that playoff game is because Patrick Creighton dropped a slant that Tony Romo threw perfectly
Here we
to
go.
him
Here we go.
against the
It's always
Giants.
somebody dropping a pass.
Dez didn't catch it.
You're
Patrick
telling
Creighton
me-
didn't catch
You're
it.
telling me that that's not a big deal? If Tony Romo hits him in stride and he just straight drops the ball,
I don't know.
That's
McNabb
not
hit a lot
Tony
of
Romo's
people,
fault.
and they always caught the ball.
that's not
Maybe
Tony
he's-
Romo's
Yeah.
fault.
Todd Stinkston.
Maybe it's to throw a catchable ball.
It was. It hit him right in the
Trash.
motherfucking hands. If you guys think that that ball was not catchable, you're retarded because all you need to do is look at the clip.
Oh, you're
So-
getting emotional, man.
So how about
So you're
It's
just
Patrick
that
Creighton's
your
fault.
hatred is just blinding you over the
It's
facts.
Patrick Creighton's fault that Tony Romo never went to the Super Bowl.
Yes. It could be other people's fault.
It's amazing how hard you fight for Tony Romo.
Because it's the truth.
Disrespect
You guys, blind hatred just totally glosses over all the facts.
Let's compare Michael Jordan. And
let's compare their
your
careers.
hatred's much crazier than our hatred for. We hate Romo because
you guys. At least I have facts behind the things that.
What facts do you have? You're talking about a Patrick Creighton drop, and
you're telling me that on a play where you're about to get a first down. Actually, that would have been a touchdown. Google it, YouTube it. He's running a slant that Tony
was like
Romo
a fucking wild card game.
Hold on. Real quick, time out. There's one thing our viewers need to know this real quick. Time out. We need some facts before we continue this argument. I'm going to just state career stats for both of them, just so you guys have them. Right?
And let's keep in mind that McNabb played most of his career with Todd Pinkston and James Thrash as his best receivers. But Tony Romo didn't have a defense. That's why he never won in the playoffs. But McNabb having Pinkston and Thrash don't matter.
You're trying to make an excuse because you're wrong right now.
5 consecutive NFC championships.
But let's look at the whole career.
5 years in a row, he won at least one playoff.
It was 4 in a row, and then he came back and went to another NFC championship like 3-4 years later with a completely different team. That's Donovan McNabb.
Here's McNabb. Hey, time out. Here's McNabb.
The game manager.
Hold on. Hey,
Mark Sanchez went to 2 AFC championships.
Let me list the stats real quick, so then you can continue. So career record for McNabb: 98, 62-1. 37,276 yards, 234 TDs, 117 interceptions, and a passer rating of 85.6.
Passer rating's irrelevant.
Now, Tony Romo, for his career, I think McNabb only played like 10 more games, so very similar. Tony Romo, 78-49. 34,183 yards, 248 TDs, 117 picks.
Playoff wins?
2 for
Mark
Romo.
Sanchez. Do you think Mark Sanchez is a better quarterback than Tony Romo?
Oh, my God.
In the playoffs?
Because he went to 2 AFC championships. And why did Mark Sanchez go to 2 AFC championships? Was it because he was good, or is it because the defense was nasty?
So wait.
Braylon Edwards held on to the ball against Indiana.
Hold up, once and for all. So let me get this straight. The Cowboys' defense was trash when Romo was there?
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
Why do you have a DeMarcus Ware jersey in your closet now?
One player doesn't make an entire
Why did you have a Roy Williams jersey and a Terrence Newman jersey?
Those were my favorite. What does that mean? That doesn't mean it was a great defense.
You're the one saying their defense was trash. But you have like 9 jerseys from the defense in your closet.
It was trash. Google it. Go ahead. Just tell me how many points per game they gave up. Just because they had great players doesn't make the defense good. You have 3 players that were good. Roy Williams was suspect.
The difference, it's a make plays league, right? Braylon Edwards held on to the ball that Mark Sanchez threw against Indiana, and your boys didn't hold on to the balls that were thrown to them. Game over. That's all it is. It happened on the field.
What you're saying is that that's Romo's fault, not the person who's supposed to catch the ball.
Well, I think if Romo had played earlier in the game, maybe they wouldn't have been in that situation.
What I'm saying is if Romo was like this transcendent talent that you think he was, he would have won a different year. Maybe when Patrick Creighton didn't drop it, or maybe when Dez didn't drop it, he probably would have broke through in another year.
The conversation all the time. Let me ask you a question.
Well, only your conversation. What conversation was he in?
Let's say I'm the quarterback of a team, right? I drop back. My whole offensive line falls over. 17 people fucking come and tackle me. I get out of all those tackles, throw it deep downfield. My receiver's wide open and ends up dropping it. Is that my fault or is that his fault?
What you just described was a movie called The Replacements. Keanu Reeves.
Now, whose fault is that? Is that the quarterback's fault?
And Orlando Jones.
Well, let me ask you, is that the quarterback's fault because he didn't do –
I don't know. Orlando Jones caught the ball. He caught the touchdown. He had stickum on his hand, but he caught the touchdown.
It's just ridiculous how you put it on him when other people are involved and they're the ones that drop the ball.
It's ridiculous that you have Tony Romo and Dan Marino in the same sentence. That's the only ridiculous.
Oh, no. Tony Romo's better than Dan Marino.
Listen, if Dan Marino's on the Cowboys, he wouldn't have won shit either. Not like he did in Miami. because everything you talk about.
He went to a
Romo,
Super Bowl.
Tony Romo.
He
So
went
what?
to
Did he
the
win?
Super Bowl.
Did he
Dan
win?
Marino.
Did he
And
win?
he was a
And put
rookie
up-
playing
so
against Joe
great.
Montana.
And he
was
put
so
up numbers
by
in
your
an
logic,
era that wasn't the passing era that Romo
by
was.
your logic, he would have won.
Dan Marino put up
You're not great unless you win a Super Bowl.
Dan Marino put up every single
Right?
passing record that
No.
there
What does that
ever
mean?
was.
If we're
What does that
pulling up the quarterbacks that haven't won a
What does that
Super Bowl, if we're excluding all quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl,
By your
Tony
logic,
Romo is still not in your.
by your logic, if you haven't
Listen,
won a Super Bowl, you ain't
You want to hear
shit.
some logic? You want to hear some logic? Peyton Manning and Drew Brees are just now breaking records that Dan Marino put up in the fucking 80s when it was a running game, when there was no rules that helped the passing
Oh,
game.
when you can hog tie and clothesline receivers.
Yeah,
And
Dan Marino
never
was
won-
sick.
and never won a Super Bowl.
Guy was throwing for 5,000 yards and 50
You want to talk about
touchdowns
never
back
having a
then.
defense? I moved to
If he-
Florida in
by-
1991.
I'm going to
I've been
your.
having to hear about this fucking Dolphins for all those years. They never had a defense until Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas came around. And Dan Marino was only doing
Doesn't
AutoNation
matter.
commercials at that point.
Having a defense doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the quarterback.
Oh, here we go.
should've
Here
won.
comes the bullshit
Well, you're-
arguments.
Enough,
Well,
he
you're
would've
Here
wrong.
won.
comes the bullshit sarcasm argument.
Now,
I'm
you
just going by your logic.
need
Tony
a
Romo had
quarterback.
a defense.
Because you're not winning
Whoa.
shit without a quarterback. That's 100% true. But you still need other parts of your offense.
Oh,
We're
you
just saying
do?
that the
You do?
way that they played the game.
thought,
Yeah,
Wait,
Tony
wait, they
Romo
played
never
the
had
game.
anybody on offense.
Oh my God.
Not one of the top 5 wide receivers to ever play.
you. Thank you for enlightening me. There's more than just one person on an NFL team.
Oh my
And
God,
Stacey
Tony
Davis,
Romo
here we
never
go.
played with anybody.
I thought it was.
Oh, you
all
just said that
the
it was that
quarterback.
Romo was a one-man team because everybody laid down and he had to break tackles out of everyone in the backfield. So maybe the
Tony
Cowboys
Romo so
don't have
mobile.
a full team.
Listen,
Exactly. But then you describe, and actually, The Replacement, a very entertaining movie, one of Gene Hackman's last films.
Just rank the quarterbacks by the championships that they won.
Is Gene
Number one
Hackman
is Tom
dead?
Brady. Just
I think
go
so.
all the way down. So Trent Dilfer is better than Dan Marino.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the sarcasm.
Trent
Mark
Dilfer
Rippon.
is better than Dan Marino.
Mark Rippon.
Wait, why are you judging him against Dan Marino if Dan Marino's garbage?
Dan Marino hasn't won anything, so he's garbage. That's by your logic.
Right. Meanwhile, I just said 2 minutes ago,
Defense,
he set every single passing record that there ever
Defense.
was.
defense
really
means nothing to a football team.
Right.
The idiocy is here. Look,
Oh, thank
we're
you.
going to move from one idiocy
Thank
into
you for
another.
enlightening me. Thank you for
One
enlightening me.
idiocy into another idiocy here. The Confederate flag was removed from NASCAR, and the masses are not happy about that. We've had a noose that wasn't a noose that is now a noose again. Pop up in Bubba Watson's garage. What's going on in NASCAR? It's the first time I've ever been interested in NASCAR. So if this is a ploy by NASCAR, this is something that their marketing department cooked up. This is the most I've ever paid attention to NASCAR ever.
I called it from the beginning. I told you the hillbillies were going to be upset, and I'm seeing Confederate flags and people complaining all over my Facebook feed, all over my Instagram. The racists are upset,
Yeah,
Joel.
but there's
They want
you're
their
gonna get-
flag
you
back.
get new fans now to NASCAR, which is going to be really good.
Yeah.
What? Who? What fans?
No, I mean, bored people that feel like
Few
now.
people have come around. There are people that are watching me well, number one, because there's nothing else happening, and secondly, just like with Tiger Woods. I mean, black people watch because of Tiger Woods. Same thing with Bubba Watson. They're watching because of Bubba Watson. So he just happens to be. He seems to be a decent driver. I don't know much about the sport. But
It's not a sport. It's not a sport. If you get in
really-
a car and make 4 left turns, it's not a sport.
it's really not. But
driving is a sport, though. Maybe not NASCAR driving, but other forms of driving is a sport.
it's a skill for sure. But,
I hear what you were saying the other day about the Formula One guys that race for like 16, 17 hours, and they're going through like a crazy course that has all kinds of turns and tight shit and like maneuvering. But NASCAR guys that just make 4 left turns and just sit in there for like, 3-4 hours, that's not a sport.
I actually watched a rally car thing the other day. They were driving through like a desert. That was kind of dope. It was interesting.
Yeah,
You get,
rally
like, a
racing.
map
is dope.
and a destination. You can get however you get to it.
What do they have, like dune buggies?
Yeah, pretty much. They took regular cars and built them to be like Mad Max cars almost driving through the desert. It was much more entertaining than a NASCAR race.
The ones where they drive through the mountains. You ever see when they like the spectators in there and the car just rams one of them?
Well, that's the only reason you're watching, hoping somebody gets run over.
They have a crazy like motorcycle race in England. It's on some fucking island like off the coast of England. where people just get wrecked all the time.
People flying off.
No, it's called like the Isle of Wight or something like that. And they just have a sick motorcycle race, and the spectators, like you said, are just standing right there. Often these dudes come around the corner and get hit by the motorcycles.
I don't know why, but it's just somewhat funny just to see somebody just like blown back like that. It's like crazy.
You watch those races for people falling in general is funny, and then people falling at high speeds is funny, and then crashes are funny too. And loss of control is amusing, I guess. But
so we were gonna have some viewpoints on this NASCAR news.
Or we're bringing up the MSC. What do you think about that? I mean, what can they do other than what they did? Banning the banning of the Confederate flag, and
I didn't realize when the whole thing happened that it was actually him that complained to NASCAR about the flag, and that's why they banned it. I didn't realize that. I just thought they came out on their own accord and said, you know what, like, this is pretty racist, this is pretty ridiculous, like, let's get rid of this.
No, it was actually him, and then that the son of a driver who's also a driver. I know I sent the picture to you. I'm trying to
Mike Skinner
said that he should be dragged around a track by a rope because he's destroying the sport that I've
unbelievable
30 years
that you would come out and say that
about Bubba Wallace.
Yeah. And
he
he deleted the tweet immediately, but everything lives on the internet, so that was already distributed all the way around.
One thing that kind of gave me like hope for humanity was all the other NASCAR drivers like surrounded his car as he drove out to the race. That was pretty dope.
And that wasn't like NASCAR planned. The drivers just did it on their own.
The drivers he pushed his car over the finish line, so it was manpower that pushed the car over the finish. That was pretty cool. That was a nice gesture and a nice thing to watch. We just have to outnumber the idiots. This is what we just have to keep trying to outnumber the idiots.
It's hard to do these days.
And there's so many idiots.
There's so many idiots everywhere. We have to outnumber the idiots. Even the idiots that think that LeBron James is going to win another championship. Hashtag segue. If the league starts up.
Well done, my friend.
They don't have Avery Bradley, so like he has an excuse now if they don't win.
Oh, but they're bringing back the Swish.
Trevor Ariza.
J.R. Smith, right?
J.R. Swish is coming back. He's going to take over.
If he was going to any other team, people would say he hasn't played since 2018. What the hell? But since he's going to play with the Lakers, they're like, oh my God, maybe he's an upgrade over Avery Bradley because
he really hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah, they're thinking of if you're getting the 2012 JR that the Knicks got, okay, sure.
The series.
I love that J.R. Smith.
I love that J.R. Smith.
When he came
but you'll never see him again.
He had the juice haircut.
He had a fucking Gumby.
The only year he ever took his career serious. The only year.
When he was Sixth Man of the Year. That was a fun Knicks team to watch. But
that was Novak, right? And Jeremy Lin?
Yeah. Well, no, not Lin. That was the Novak.
Shump Street.
Yeah.
Shumpert was there. Yeah.
Yeah, Shumpert's second year in the league. That was a really fun Knicks team to watch. It's actually the last time the Knicks won a conference championship. Not conference, I'm sorry, divisional championship.
Yeah.
And lost in the second round when Melo hurt his shoulder trying to dunk on Roy Hibbert.
What seems like 20 years ago at this point.
Yeah, what the hell happened to Roy Hibbert? Did he get kidnapped or something?
Roy Hibbert
disappeared from the league.
The NBA passed him.
He got the yips next year. He couldn't make a shot.
Yeah, but also the NBA just passed him.
And then he went to the Lakers, and the game overnight got faster. And he
was on the Lakers? I don't remember that.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Hibbert. Let me just tell you, and I play a lot of NBA 2K. I hate Roy Hibbert because of the video game. He would never dunk when you gave him the ball underneath. He would always lay it up and miss it half the time. So fuck Roy Hibbert. I can't stand Roy Hibbert at all. So Roy Hibbert was a dynamic duo with a very young Paul George. Right? And earlier we were talking about some dynamic duos. Who would you, if you had to keep only one, this is straight from the NBA, who would you keep? We'll start with you, Saich. If you had between AD and LeBron, because I already know Enrique's answer is AD. He hates LeBron more than anybody else on earth. If you have AD or LeBron, you can only keep one. Who are you keeping?
LeBron, easily.
He's 36.
He is, but he's I mean, come on. He can do more than AD can.
He's 11 years older than AD, though.
True, but he can still – it's not like he's slowing down yet.
Gets?
Who am I keeping, AD LeBron?
Yeah.
Are we talking about, like, just one season or going
forward? No, we're talking about period from, here moving forward.
AD. He's more athletic. He's more explosive. He's got more eyebrow hair. Should I keep going? I mean,
it's the age difference on that one. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's got the resume. LeBron's been to the 9 finals, and
LeBron's also got the miles on those legs.
He's a proven playoff performer.
And they're going to lose this year.
I'll give LeBron a compliment on that only. But if I'm picking between the two right now, I'm taking Anthony Davis.
Are you saying that LeBron is a much better playoff performer than Tony Romo?
Listen, as I know. Father, as I know.
Talking about?
This is what's against LeBron's case right now. These are the two things against LeBron's case. Father Time is undefeated, and it doesn't tell you when it's coming.
And that hairline.
Yeah.
There's really 3 things.
Yes.
The hairline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we rehash the theory on
Yeah, okay.
Why,
all right. So
why he traded for AD?
Yeah, we have a theory on why AD got traded from New Orleans to the Lakers, right? And vice versa, why
he got rid of Lonzo.
And Brandon Ingram were sent away from the Lakers. Both Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram have some sort of mixed ethnicities in it. They both have very, very soft hair.
Red bone.
Yeah, exactly. On both of them, very, very soft hair. That hair is not transferable to LeBron James' scalp because it's just a different texture. So those guys were sent directly to New Orleans for
Shipped
Anthony
out of
Davis.
town.
Because Anthony Davis's eyebrow hair is the perfect texture to fill in the gaps on LeBron James' bald head. It makes perfect sense.
It's a lock. It's in there.
Perfect sense. And it's the only reason.
There's synergy.
Exactly. And Kuzma was kept, in case he wanted to change colors or anything. Maybe he wanted to put some streaks in like Rodman or something like that. But it's all hair related. All of the GM moves that LeBron has made over his time.
And why they hold on to Caruso.
Yes, why they hold on to Caruso.
Why they hold on to Caruso so he'll never be the most bald guy on the team.
Yes.
Because Caruso's around. And even if you go back to the Heat days, Chris Bosh had dreads, and he made Chris Bosh cut his dreads off because LeBron can't grow dreads. Hater
That's true. That's so true, dude. I didn't think about that.
Hater ass bitch. LeBron, Chris Bosh had dreads at Georgia Tech. He had him all the time when he was in Toronto. The second he gets to the Heat, LeBron was like, yo, I can't grow those. You're going to have to lose them.
The Bostrich.
The Bostrich. The first, actually, one of the duos there, the first duo we actually came up with was Embiid and Ben Simmons. Because that's one that they're actually going to have to make a decision on in an upcoming year. Who are you keeping?
No, they don't have to get rid of either one.
No, apparently
this is hypothetical.
Apparently they don't like each other. That's why it's a penny.
That's not true. That's not true.
If that's not true, then that's great for the Sixers.
I mean, I got all the inside feeds on the Sixers info. That's not true. They do like each other. Embiid just hopes that he will shoot more in the future. And if you're picking one right now, you're taking Embiid.
Agreed.
If you got like future,
Simmons.
If you're starting a team for the future, you're taking Simmons.
I'm taking Simmons right now. Adam.
So all this talk about trading Simmons is I'm done.
I would trade Embiid.
Why doesn't he work on his jump? I don't understand why he doesn't work on his jumper.
He works on it every day. He just is scared to shoot it in the game.
He's scared to shoot it. He's got to go.
And he plays in Philly, where if he misses, they'll start chanting air ball in Philly for a Philly player.
He needs to go to that. You remember LeBron went to that sports psychologist when he was on the Heat after he lost to J.J. Barea, after he got shut down by J.J. Barea. Boy, Simmons.
I do remember that, Joel.
Simmons needs to call that guy so he gets some confidence on shooting.
But going back to the original.
He's just scared. Ben Simmons, I love him, but he got a little bitch in him. He does.
Yeah, but going back to the original question, though, this is a hypothetical argument. Who would you keep between both of those two, right?
Yeah, moving forward.
So I'm keeping Ben Simmons all day.
I'll take it
because number one, the NBA is going towards that direction with more big guys that handle. I am very concerned about Embiid's back,
but he can't.
I'll get to that.
The only thing that worries me about Embiid.
I'll get to that though. So Embiid's always hurt, right? So now, if you trade Embiid high, because you can get a lot for him right now, because some teams really want him, and now you create the Sixers how Giannis and the Bucks were created. Spread it out for him. Don't stop focusing on the fact that he can't shoot and give him an open paint every time to just take it to the cup.
He also needs to expand his game, though, because if he ever did learn how to shoot,
he will. But I think he has a tighter handle than Giannis. I think coast to coast, he has a tighter handle, and with the ball is actually faster than Giannis.
Oh, there's more to you again. Look at him.
He's like, season coming out there, Saich. They're releasing it soon. New Rick and Morty coming out.
Yeah.
So back to Embiid. They actually played the Bucks head-to-head this year, and the Sixers won. Embiid had like 41 and 17.
He dominates the Lopez's.
Oh yeah.
As he should. He should dominate the Lopez. The only worry about Embiid is his the health of his feet.
Yeah, he just
if he never had any injuries, it wouldn't even be a question.
His feet and his back.
Yeah,
and the 1 year
all the way through.
Back is what concerns me though.
Fultz ran into his face the 1 year. That I mean, that's a freak injury. That has nothing to do with
the face. I'm talking about the feet and the back. But if he never had an injury woe or an injury scare, there wouldn't even be a question. You would take him 100 out of
Believe me, if there's anyone that knows about the back, it's me.
Yeah. So you know it never goes away. So I don't think Embiid's ever going to really be a fully healthy player. If he plays one long season fully healthy, the next season he's going to miss a lot of games.
But if they win a title that season, then that's all that matters. Enough.
And this stretch is actually.
Or you trade him high before he gets hurt again.
If the Sixers win a championship,
I would rather they trade the rest of these motherfuckers, man. They traded Jimmy Butler. I mean, trade fucking Toby Harris. Get some shooters. I don't understand. The 1 year we signed Redick for 1 year, $23 million, way over his market value. I thought there had to be some kind of backdoor deal that he was going to come back and sign for less, and he left.
Nice. He's a Southern boy. I wouldn't have been.
The Pelicans are like Duke NBA team now.
Yeah, it's all the. It really is all the Duke.
They got Ingram, Zion, Redick, Okafor.
They got one more. They got Frank Jackson, I think his name is. They got he was like a bench player, but
no one knows who that is.
I saw a Jabari Parker sighting the other day. He said he's on this fucking what's that? The Sacramento Kings. Jabari Parker. Now.
Jabari Parker does have the Rona, and the team was like, "Yo, just
yeah."
They're like, "You don't even have to come. You're good."
Yeah, they were like, "You suck anyway, so don't give it to anybody else."
Don't really much need you. You're good. So we only got a couple minutes left here. The time is about to run out. So if sports doesn't come back, give the people something to watch. What are you watching until sports come back? There's really nothing
drone racing
anymore, dude.
Let's go to the drone racing. If NASCAR is a sport, then so is drone racing.
They put Ultimate Frisbee on ESPN2 the other day.
No, they didn't.
I swear to you.
Stop it.
Cornhole.
So non-sports related though, if anybody's into comic books, the Watchmen, the comic book Watchmen from DC, HBO made a series.
It sucks though.
I disagree. I actually think
you like it.
Good. I have one episode left, and I really liked it.
Really, I saw a couple. It was all right.
Or whatever happened to
I think it gets better.
It was supposed to release Black
I only
Widow.
watched like 1 or 2 episodes.
When is supposed to release Black Widow for streaming?
That's going to happen for like another year.
Yeah, they're going to wait for that shit to come out in the movies. That's a big time movie.
Well, I mean, there ain't shit to watch. So I'm hoping these sports come back. The Rona goes away. Everybody, wash your hands. Put your goddamn masks on.
Yeah, man. What's up with these people in Georgia not wearing a mask?
Yo, nobody in Georgia had a mask on, dude. We're walking around. Everyone's just going back to normal. Like shit's never happening. Put your goddamn mask on, or we're never gonna have the sports that we all want back big time. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. The kids need to go back to school. I'm sick of being in the house all the time, and we need our sports back. Wash your hands.
I need sports back in my life.
Yes,
Put
please.
your goddamn masks on. And on that note, we're out. Crackbacks. We'll see you next week.